What's going on with y'all Master Duel fans? Mr. James Polk back in the building. It's been a gruesome 2 to 3 months, I believe it was, because the last place that I was out of commission was that my mic setup was shot up, and I said to myself, sooner rather than later, once I have enough money being made for a new headset, I'd say it's go time. Plus, at the time recording of this, I am planning to post this video to be specifically about the upcoming Anti-Spell Festival. Obviously, if anyone ever gets the reference of Anti-Spell Fragrance, it's basically that, but no spell cards allowed. So, with that being said, let's hop on to the rewards list first of all, if we could. So, aside from the gems, loot buff destruction, interesting. Anti-spell festival, of course. And last but not least, in this context, this is the part where, in this event, there will be an exclusive ban list for the main and extra deck, with the main deck being unable to include spells. Pendulum monsters can be included. So, who knows what goes on with the pendulum stuff. Question is, are we able to play it? Because, you know, part monster, part spell, but we'll see in the anti-spell list. Let's get it going. I mean, you know, aside from every single spell card being banned in the game, hence the name anti-spell, we're not going to count on all spells in general. Question is, what specific stuff are we going to see banned, limited, or semi-limited? If I miss out on anything, leave some comments below. And obviously, if we're ever going to expect to play traps, this wasn't going to surprise me if Royal Decree or Jinzo end up being banned of all things. Those are literally the biggest important things if we're ever going to play traps. But with that being said, let's get to it. Royal Decree banned. Obviously, we need traps to play the game. Jowgen the Spiritualist banned again. No special summons, as obvious about it. Rivalry of Warlords banned. Okay, now that is something. Good call. Skill Drain banned. You know, we need monster effects to play this game, so that has to make sense. Chain Burst ban. Obviously, Master Duel doesn't want people to play burn cards. Kozaki self-destruct button? Let's see. Burn your opponent 1,000, or burn 1,000 to the player who destroyed this set card. So basically, burn damage. They don't want you to do that. Giant Kozaki band, self-defeat decks. They don't want you to play those. Destruction of Destiny band. They don't want you to play self-defeat decks. All 6 barrier statues banned. Makes sense. No special summon unless it's that said specific attribute. Not fun. Destructive draw ban. Let's see what's the reason. If either player has no cards in their hand at the start of their draw phase, they can draw one more card in addition to the normal draw. This card's controller loses 700 life during their end phase. If less than 7, they become 0. When this face-up card is removed from the field, burn 3,000 damage to the player who controls it. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Self-defeat decks. Once again, Master Duel does not want you to promote that. Fossil Dyna ban, no special summon, that makes sense. Malevolent Mech Goku Ed ban, self-defeat. Goes in match ban. Yeah, I kind of figured if Rivalry of Warlords ends up banned for this event, then I'm pretty sure Goes in match may be able to do the same thing. D-Boys ban. Let's see what's the reason. Flip, special summon any number of D-Boys from the deck in attack position. Then you take 1,000 damage for each special summon monster participant. Okay, so basically you take away some of your life, promoting self-defeat decks. They don't want you to do that. Relay Soul ban. Basically, auto-win cards. They don't want you to play auto-win condition cards. Danko Seka ban. Let's see what's the reason behind this. Can't be special, simple. While you control no set spell or traps, no one can set nor activate spell traps that are already set on the field. So basically, in this context of Danko, if you, the player, control no face down spells or traps, no one can play back row, which locks them out from this event. Bad Luck Blast ban. burn card. They don't want you to play burn cards. There can be only one ban for this event. Okay, never mind about both Rivalry and Gozen at the same time, but also joining, there can be only one ban. So that makes 3 of those floodgates where you control the specific types, attributes, and each type and so on. Or per type and so on. And I finally realized it just now, is that obviously throughout the top half of the section, it's like, are you kidding me? No shot that they didn't touch Yep, get your Jinzos ready, ladies and gentlemen. If we're ever going to expect to see trap cards in any shape or form, get those Jinzos ready to lock your opponent from using traps. Mahama the Fairy Dragon Band. Okay, so basically either heal up or burn your opponent. They also legit finally made Eldritch become playable in this event. Okay, so what do we learn from the ban section? Royal Decree is banned, but not Jinzo. And on top of that, Eldritch is officially free to go for this event. So congratulations to them. And then the stuff at 1. Solemn Judgment to 1. Okay, now this is definitely something. Like, I totally get it about Solemn Judgment being one of the most powerful cards. It's like, if you know when to use Solemn Judgment at the right time, then you should be in a pretty good position. Eradicator Epidemic Virus to 1. Yo! This is something I did not expect in the limited section. So let's see what's the biggest reason behind the Eradicator though. And Eradicator is like one of those cards where it won't surprise me. It has something to deal with spells and traps in general. So basically in this context of Eradicator is that it tributes a dark with 2500 or more attack as cost and declare one card type, spell or trap. So most cases in this anti-spell format, Eradicator calling trap. And until the end of the 3rd turn after this card's activation, kill all cards of the declared type. Also, look at your opponent's hand, all spells and traps they control, and all cards they drew, and kill them all. Tri-Brigade Revolta one. I mean, you know, it is searchable. And if I recall it right, I believe it's Tri-Brigade Bear Brum that searches out the Tri-Brigade spells and traps. So, hence why the Revolt is a easy access, even if it's a one-of. And then the semi-limits. Ring of Destruction to 2, that makes sense. Secret Barrel to 2, makes sense. Secret Blast to 2, that's something. Solemn Strike to 2, never expected that one. And then Sandaeon, the Time Lord, at 2. And this has been the Anti-Spell Festival ban list. So, biggest positive feedbacks and some takeaways. Royal Decree is banned, but not Jinzo. Yet, Eldritch is free to go in this event for the first time ever. And on top of that, most decks in general that deals with part spells in any shape or form, with the likes of pendulums to be included, looks like pendulums are still playable. But when it comes to pendulums in general, if a good pilot knows what they are doing when it comes to pendulums properly, then they should be in a pretty good position. But what a list is all I can say. But other than that, yeah, there you go. Anti-Spell Festival. And on top of that, what decks for me to see without the use of spells based on the decks I currently own. Sky Striker is automatically out of commission because they are a spell heavy deck. Exo Sisters may be out of commission because I do need some of their spells to play the deck. So in this context, I believe I have either 3 or 4 deck options that has something to deal with adding traps on there as well. But you know, if it gets going, it gets going. So once again, James Polk in the building. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated, and I'll catch you guys in this event.